Hello everyone, Gustavo Studio here again. Today we're going to be doing another discussion video. And this one is about skill issue. Yes, I'm not kidding. We're going to be talking about skill issue. So, Pillar Chase 2. Ah yes, good old Pillar Chase 2. Let's just say there's been a skill issue going on between the community. What is it I'm talking about? Well, let's just say, people do not like learning how to get used to the new Rework characters, or characters that got some nerfs to balance them out. Let's go all the way back to Bendy's release. During the end of October, Bendy came out. He was the most broken son of a bitch I ever played. Beetle just really one-shot you by damaging you with both his Devil's Rage and the Ink Portals. This got nerfed, however, instead making it so it only bone breaks you, which still does this very day. But not only that, Blade tends to nerf the amount of portals and such, or some other stats too. I don't know. All I know is Bendy's been receiving some small nerfs to make him balanced out. People really didn't like this. Mainly because, so basically what's going on is that people love Bendy being in this stupidly OP state. So when Blade nerfed Bendy, people were really upset. Because they love Bendy and they love just wiping out servers easily. They are used to playing a broken fucking character and they want to win. See, the problem with the Pillar Chase 2 community is that they don't play the game for fun or just, whatevers. They just play to win. They all play to win. So when they are relying on a character to be OP as fuck to the point it's unbalanced, yeah, they're going to use that character because they just want to win. They don't care about fun or anything. They just want to win. So when the character gets nerfed, people end up saying he sucks now because of said nerfs. When the nerfs are not even that bad, he still plays the same. It's just now you gotta be more now you gotta utilize him more often now, instead of just simply relying on fucking insta-killing the entire goddamn lobby. Now, Bendy right now is still a pretty good character. You just gotta know where to place your portals, and definitely not use Devil's Rage too fucking much, because that's a mistake I tend to do most of the time. Luckily, I learned from that mistake, and I barely use Devil's Rage now, because I realized keeping portals alive so I can zone people is a much more optional way to play him than simply just play as him aggressively. Now, other than that, people still actually enjoy playing Bendy. Hell, I actually think Bendy is fun to go against and playing as. He's really not that bad. It's just people don't want to learn how to utilize him the way he's supposed to be played. Because you're not meant to abuse the fuck out of Devil's Rage. You're meant to zone people with the aim post. That's exactly how he's meant to be played. Other than that, I still enjoy playing Bendy. I still love playing Bendy. Especially with the cool skin that I got for him. Venom! But anyways, yeah. All I'm going to say is, Bendy is still a good monster. You just got to utilize him correctly. Instead of, relying on Devil's Rage to insta-kill people. Which, again, doesn't insta-kill you anymore. When that and the puddles stack, it just break bones you. That's it. Now we're going to be talking about... Okay, before I talk about what I'm going to talk about now, I do want to bring up one last thing about the whole Bendy thing. Even though when Bendy got nerfed a couple times and such, he also received some buffs too to still make him feel better to play. So at the end of the day, he's still a good killer. He's not shit like people make him out to be. So the Bendy problem was really not that big of a deal. It was it happened, but it went away after a couple weeks or so. or maybe like a week. I don't know. Well, the thing is, the Bendy getting nerf issue is really not that big of a deal anymore because it ended too fucking fast. People are used to him now. People are used to how he plays now. It's good. Now we get to the second character that apparently people really cannot stand constantly getting changed. My boy, PCX. I love this character so fucking much, regardless of any state he had. Let's talk about release PCX for a moment. When PCX first released, found you should just teleport you straight to a survivor. And Final Act used to work completely differently to how it is now. Final Act used to just be an ability you could use, where PCX will fly towards the survivor, and if he touches the survivor, PCX will chase them through the Final Act level. If PCX touches the survivor, he'll just deal massive damage to them, or kill them if they're low HP enough. Now, considering Final Act is really his worst ability because, well, depending how much stamina the survivor has, nobody really uses Final Act that much. Hell, I didn't even use Final Act that much during the time for his release day. Then Found You got changed to now making it like Frogboard's ability, Thunder Warp, which, okay, not a bad change still. I dig it. Wasn't that big of a deal still. He was still good as long as you don't rely on Final Act, because that ability is not good. So then we start having issues. Personally, I didn't give a shit, but the community hated what Blade Ninja did to my boy PCX. Me personally, I don't care. Blade is just trying to balance the poor guy. But the community don't like when Blade is trying to balance a character. So Blade would give him some nerfs and some small buffs to make him balance out. Blade has tried his fucking hardest to balance PCX. To balance my boy. And what does Blade get in return? More complaining! People bitching, whining about saying that PCX is dog shit, saying he's still OP, saying he's still a boring piece of shit, whatever, I don't fucking care. The point is, people didn't like that what Blade was doing to him. They didn't like that he's trying to balance PCX. So, Blade realized that people didn't like the changes. He kept doing changes for PCX to still make him pleasable for the player base, but the player base didn't like it, so he kept changing him again and again and again to balance him out, and people still complain, which pressured and stressed Blade Ninja and his team the fuck out to the point they had to disable most chat messages in the Pillar Chase 2 Discord, which I'm in, by the way. Yeah, I'm not shitting you. Blade couldn't fucking handle the stress anymore because no matter, I'm not shitting you when I say this, no matter what Blade Ninja did to at least balance PCX, people will still complain. Yes, it stressed Blade Ninja that much to the point him and his team had to disable some of the chats because they just couldn't handle the stress. It's because they can't stand that people won't stop complaining. Now someone made a video about this as well, bringing this up, saying that, oh, Blade's team can't handle criticism. Dude, you do realize that Blade is making the game all by himself. Yes, the models, the music, that's made by his team. The game is all on Blade. Blade is making the maps and shit all by himself. The models and the music are really up for the team. The whole game is all on Blade. So, one guy making just the game with a team helping him with models and music? Yeah, that's fucking stressful. Considering it's only one guy making the game. He has no one else helping him make the game. He's making a game while his team makes models and music soundtracks for his game. So yeah, I don't blame Blade Ninja or his team for doing so, because dude, if I was a solo dev and I was working on a game and people just will not stop complaining about my decision making, yeah, I'm probably do the same thing too, because I'm gonna be stressed out about it as well. Because like, then I feel like I'd be on the shoes. Like no matter what I do to balance the game, people will still bitch. So it's like, fuck it, I'll just fucking have to stop working on this guy then, because it doesn't matter. Off topic, but you know, I'm just trying to make an example here. So, then we got Blade, and not only that, speaking of PCX, there's been changes where his final act has been changed a lot too, where final act has like an obstacle course now, but even then, that ability is still not good. Then Blade made it so final act now only works if the survivor is, well, if there's only one survivor left. However, it works differently when that change happened. There was a final act rework where you do the same thing, only this time it costs stamina, and not only that, if you touch a survivor, instead of chasing them through the obstacle course final act, they get sent to the final act, but they have to escape or else they burn to death. And in the meanwhile, you have a shadow clone attack people. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the shadow clone is actually not that bad. I mean, the shadow clone actually helps a little bit. And not gonna lie, sending players to final act to damage them because they're burning is pretty useful too. But then final act still has its old effect where you can chase the survivor through final act. Only if it's the last survivor, though. This rework of PCX has been around for quite some time now. Then we got the Jet the Killer update, when PCX received his next, and I hope to God, final rework. So, before we get to his final rework, let's go to the testing servers for just a sec. Now, I never played the testing servers during the time, but I seen gameplay of the testing servers that people posted on YouTube. And let's just say PCX has been receiving so many reworks. Like I said, Blade is trying to balance him. People still say he sucks and people still complain. Eventually, when the Jet the Killer update finally released, the PCX's true final rework has finally come to the game. And I'm gonna say this, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. He's still a good character. He still feels good to play as. And his final act is not even that bad. Like, his final act base kit pass ability is not that bad, really. Sorry about the background noises. Anyways, what I was saying. So, Final PCX rework finally came out, and it's good. I love it. I definitely still enjoy playing PCX to this very day. But the community didn't like it still. Like I said, skill issue. They are used to just playing PCX to how he was when he came out, just obliterating the shit out of lobbies. So when these reworks happen, people are saying he's garbage now. People still say he's trash when his final rework came out. And I know why exactly people, like, and not to mention, like I said, and the situation is way worse than the Bendy situation. Unlike the Bendy situation where all Bendy received were just some small nerfs and some buffs to like make him still feel good to play as, you know, balancing him out. But the situation was not as severe as the PCX situation, where really Blade just tried to balance PCX so much and people still say he is still a crappy character, or too boring to go against, or too overpowered. And yeah, another thing I want to mention, that Blade is done working on PCX. He is done working on the character. He really made a statement that his final rework will come out and people will have to deal with it. I'm not shitting you. If you go to the announcements or the development, I think, in the PLJ2 Discord, you can clearly see that Bendy is... Not Bendy. I meant Blade Ninja. You will find Blade's message that, hey, this is the final rework, you guys are going to have to suck it up and deal with it. The only way we can evolve is through conflict, basically stating, hey, this is his final rework, I'm done working on this guy, you guys will have to deal with it, if you guys can't handle it, that's fucking too bad. Basically stating that he is done listening to Little Planes, and he is done working on PCX, he is done trying to balance him. Well, okay, he currently did do a recent change to, like, balance him out, but other than that, he's probably most likely done, I don't know. Because like I said, no matter what Blade does, people still really despise PCX. And like I actually made a video talking about the whole PCX thing. Like, why the fuck do people hate PCX so much? If you want to look at that video, I'll definitely leave the description below. But, yeah, it's just... But where the fuck does the skill issue come in? Like I said, people don't want to learn how to play certain characters now ever since they get changed. When a character releases and they're OP as shit, people will play the fuck out of them to simply win. But as soon as Blade Ninja make a simple change to balance them out, people say he sucks now because skill issue. They don't want to learn how to actually utilize the character correctly to win a game of Pillage Ace 2. And I am gonna say this. The people who really just say those characters suck because of said nerfs or reworks, you guys have a skill issue. That's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed this short discussion video. I'll definitely do more of these sometime when I figure out an idea of what to talk about next. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.